साथियों, मैं राजा मुजफ्फर भट्ट, आपका मेज़बान। आज मैं दिल्ली में हूँ और मेरे साथ एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट साथी मेरे साथ हैं। A veteran person is with me right now, sitting with me. His name is Dr. Elango. Dr. Elango is from Tamil Nadu and he's a veteran scientist, chemical engineer. And in 1992 he left his job to become a Sarpanch. Elango साहब जो हैं एक केमिकल इंजीनियर थे, एक साइंटिस्ट थे CSIR में, जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की बहुत बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है। और इनको जो है बाद में ये हो गया कि इनने पंचायती राज सिस्टम पे काम करना शुरू किया। He has worked very closely with राजीव गांधी साहब के साथ बहुत ही क्लोजली काम किया जब वो प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे। और फाइनली जो है 1992 में इन्होंने वो नौकरी छोड़ दी साइंटिस्ट की और ये अपने गांव में आ गए और अपने गांव में ये सरपंच बन गए। 10 साल तक ये सरपंच रहे, एक टर्म, दूसरी टर्म, फिर तीसरी टर्म में वहाँ पे वो फीमेल के लिए रिजर्व होगी। So Dr. Elango is with me. Dr. Elango, you tell about yourself, your background, your education, and how you came to how you started working on the local self-governance and Panchayati Raj.
Like others, I was the first fellow to become an engineer in my village and again my zone. And of course, those days in 1983, though my village was very close to Chennai, but it was a village, typical village, and it was also a lot of sufferance from distance, travel, and so many things. Apart from this, my village was one of the socially very, very sensitive village where the so-called scheduled caste population was more than 50% the scheduled caste people. And remaining 50%, the land, everything was the so-called upper caste people. So always the communal riots and communal violence was there. And with these scheduled caste people, the drinking habit, men beating women, quarrels, killings, that was there rampant. So being an educated youngster, when I came back to my village after my education, and I started seeing the anomalies. Then I was really looking for a solution for that. Somebody has to come and somebody has to stop it. That kind of thirst was keep on going among the people and myself also.
I'll first translate this. Dr. Elango साहब ये बोल रहे हैं कि जब ये पढ़ाई करते थे, फिर एक केमिकल इंजीनियर बन गए, उसके बाद ये अपने गांव में आते थे. What's the name of your village? कुतुम्बाकम जो इस गांवस ना पतिली गांवस में वापस हो सिवान, जब ये वापस अपने गांव में आते थे तो अमिस वुचान 50% पॉपुलेशन वहाँ पे जो थी शेड्यूल कास्ट लोगों की थी, दलित्स की थी। 50% पॉपुलेशन यम वारिया कमजोर लोग आसान शेड्यूल कास्ट कम्युनिटी तिहज पॉपुलेशन ज्यादा, तम शराब चवान आसान, तम जनानन चोब दिवान, तत बाकी चीज दिवान, तिमन तिहज इकनॉमिक हालत खराब, बाकी चीज अमिस अंदर किन गसान दोपन नसा बह कर पन्ने कम्युनिटी खतर कह. So when you came to your village after completing the education, you were seeing different things happening there because mostly people were there. They belonged to the scheduled caste community and they used to beat women. There was they used to booze and all that. So what you started doing there? Some initiatives you took to change that system there.
Exactly. Then when I was seeing that something has to come, somebody has to take a lead in solving that issue. And that was the time Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister. I happened to work with him.
This was around 1988.
These are all 1986, 87.
86, 87.
So
okay.
That was the time Rajiv Gandhi was contemplating to make the Panchayat Raj. So he was trying to make 62nd or 61st constitutional amendment. And he was the one, after Mahatma Gandhi, he was the one, I realized, he was the one who had a deep interest on the rural communities and downtrodden and the poor, and the bottom of the base of the pyramid. So then he was thinking, what was the reason for all these things? Then the reason he found, or the whole country found, after deep analysis, was the power has to go closer to them. The power has to be decentralized. All along, the central government was there, the state government was there, the governments were there, that in democratic setup, the governments were far away from the people. He was the one who understood this and he was very keen to bring a government closer to people. That's what Panchayat Raj.
So when you became Sarpanch of the village in 1996, what kind of initiatives you took in your village with regard to local self-governance, with regard to sanitation, with regard to livelihood generation? Kindly tell our viewers about that.
Yeah, interestingly, the whole Panchayat Raj system, 73rd Amendment, as per the local self-governments for the Panchayat, the Panchayat is a local self-government. It's a constitutional mandate.
Exactly.
Then another constitutional mandate is every Panchayat, the Panchayat has to prepare a 5-year plan by sitting with the community, sitting in the Gram Sabha, sit with the community, arrive your own plan. It should be a 5-year plan. Then the 5-year plan should be split into 5 every year plan. That first year.
देखिए, मैं इसका तर्जुमा करना चाहूँगा जो मेरे व्यूवर्स बाहर देख रहे हैं, खासकर कश्मीर में देख रहे हैं या बाकी जगहों पे देख रहे हैं, उनकी इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए इलांगो साहब बता रहे हैं कि पंचायती राज का जो सिस्टम है, उस पंचायती राज सिस्टम जो इस गवर्नमेंट, ये गवर्नमेंट है, ये लोकल गवर्नमेंट है, दिस कंप्लीट गवर्नमेंट, एवरी पंचायत हैज टू प्रिपेयर ए 5-year प्लान, 5 साल का प्लान बनाना है पंचायत। अनफॉर्चुनेटली जो हमारा पंचायती राज सिस्टम है, अभी भी हम वैसे ही सोच रहे हैं, बीडीओ साहब ये करेगा, बीडीओ साहब वो करेगा, फिर एससीडी ओके करेगा, फिर डीसी साहब ऐसा करेगा, वैसा नहीं। ऑल द पावर लाइज विद द ग्राम सभा। दिस इज द पंचायती राज। बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली ये पंचायती राज सिस्टम जो हमारा पंचायती राज सिस्टम है, अभी भी वो स्ट्रांग नहीं हो रहा है। अगर हमको वो स्ट्रांग करना है, इलांगो साहब से हमको सीखना है। उसके बाद क्या हुआ सर, प्लीज टेल अस।
Interestingly, when you sit with the community, it's a bottom-up approach. The community can tell what are the things to be done. Then when you make it a plan, and when the plan is completed, automatically the outlay comes, how much money you needed. Then discuss with the community, this much of money is needed, this much will come from the state government, this much will come from the central government, this much will come from the MP, MLA, then remaining thing what should be done. Then automatically you are putting the community into action, what could be done. Either the plan can be altered or the community can come forward, don't worry, bring all these things, remaining things we will do. That initially I did.
देखिए क्या बोल रहे हैं इलांगो साहब, बोल रहे हैं कि जो प्लान बनाना है, प्लान वहां से नहीं आएगा डीसी ऑफिस से। प्लान विल नॉट कम फ्रॉम डीसी ऑफिस, डीसी ऑफिस पे इन प्लान, एससीडी ऑफिस पे इन प्लान, बीडीओ ऑफिस से प्लान नहीं आएगा। प्लान विल गो फ्रॉम द विलेज, इट विल गो फ्रॉम द ग्राम सभा, इट विल इमर्ज फ्रॉम द ग्राम सभा। 5 साल का प्लान, 5 वर प्लान कमिश बनाऊं, गांव वालन बनाऊं, ग्राम सभास बनाऊं, यम 18 वुर होर सुकल हेयर ये दुनिया नफर ट्रेन कर्मित हिंदुस्तानस मज। अरविंद केजरीवाल ट्रेन कोर्मुत, अम राहुल गांधी ट्रेन कोर्मुत, अम गाइडेंस दिसमुस राजीव गांधी तम ये नफरन, युथ नफर छो समझावा। ऐसा आदमी आपको बोल रहा है कि पंचायती राज सिस्टम है क्या। बट हमने जो पंचायती राज सिस्टम को समझा है, किसी और हिसाब से समझा है, किसी और नजरिए से समझा है। हमको नजरिया चेंज करना और पंचायत राज सिस्टम पे चलना है। सर, यू टेल अस अबाउट योर दिस जर्नी विद रिगार्ड टू पंचायत राज सिस्टम. हु आर द इन्फ्लुएंशियल पीपल whom you have trained across India on Panchayat Raj system?
Yeah, so when this kind of people's plan was started implementing, yes, the first thing is the community came forward and kick-started. Okay, it could be ₹1,00,000. Then the Panchayat was having only 30,000 rupees. Then we started mobilizing it from the community. Community need not give the money. Community can give you brick. Community can give you sand. Even the poor people can contribute the labor. So by contribution from the community, then putting some money from the panchayat, putting some money of the government, then automatically when you kickstart a work, and that was the first time community started seeing, hey, it is our contribution, we have also done something. That kind of way we started. In 1 year time, more and more support started coming from the village. The tractor people, they contributed the tractor for less charge. Then some teachers, they contributed diesel for that. Some youngsters, they contributed labor. Then Panchayat contributed small money. The government gave some money. So with the collective effort, one by one we started solving this. By seeing this, the then Chief Minister made a rule in the state that every 1 lakh rupee contribution from the community, the government gave 1 lakh rupee. So in that way, the then Chief Minister Karunanidhi was good enough, kind enough to give 2 crore rupee for my panchayat from the government.
देखिए कितनी अच्छी बात उन्होंने कही. उन्होंने कहा कि जब तक हम लोग आमतौर हम क्या सोचते हैं, सोचान सरकार ही सब कुछ दे देगा, 10 लाख सरकार देगी, 25 लाख सरकार देगी, हम जेब से कुछ नहीं निकालेंगे और हम वो खाएंगे भी, उसमें से कमीशन निकालेंगे. यह कहा हमेशा प्यारान सरकार कोताय दी, सरकार दी 15 लाख 30 लाख होत मज यथ मज बे कड़ो तन मज तेज कमीशन पात. इनकी पंचायत ने जो काम किया, व्हाट दे डिड, दे स्टार्टेड डोनेटिंग मनी, टाइम, एनर्जी, जान, माल, वक्त यथ वनान बार बार वो तो वो वीडियोस मज यमो क्या कोर पंचायतों मास्टर आय किए तमो दोप दिमो डीजल, कंस वन बुदिम ट्रैक्टर, कंस वन बुदिम ये कम खतर गांव भलाई तो बेहबूदी खतर उस ना गांव भलाई तो बेहबूदी कर, गांव की भलाई करनी थी, गांव की बेहबूदी करनी थी. इनके गांव वालों ने क्या किया, किसी ने ट्रैक्टर दे दिया लैंड लेवलिंग के लिए, किसी ने कुछ कर दिया, किसी ने वहां पे मजदूरी की, कहीं को किया. उसके बाद जो वहां के चीफ मिनिस्टर थे उस वक्त के एम करुणानिधि, उनने क्या किया, तमको रूल ही चेंज था करुणानिधि दोपुन युस अगर बह ₹1,00,000 और दिम तेल ₹1,00,000 दिन गांव के और पन्ने तरफ. पत क्या गो अमिस इतना इम्पैक्ट हुआ इनके काम का एलोंगा साहब की, इट हैड सच अ ग्रेट इम्पैक्ट दैट एम करुणानिधि, द देन चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ तमिल नाडु, ही गिव 2 crores टू हिज पंचायत. दिस इज हाउ इट वर्क्स. उसके बाद क्या हुआ सर, थोड़ा सा
with that 2 crore, with that our contribution, we made 4 crore worth of work. 4 crore is big for a panchayat.
क्या बनाया आपने?
We made all the water bodies we desilted. Every drop of the rain was caught in the village. Just 3 days good rain was enough to capture for the whole year. So that way we made all the water bodies. We made drains, a beautiful slope, and again all the money, whatever was the government money or the people's money, we never made a contractor to work. We made people into group. It's a working group of people, poor people. Then engineer support and all these things came from the panchayat. The people started implementing the work and they put effort, and all the roads were made, concrete roads, all the drains were made, all the water bodies were desilted, all the schools were repaired. In 3 years time, when the people saw nothing was happened all along, a small thing were happening. In 3 years time, with their participation, their life was totally changing. And then we started working on issues like labor, the employment issue, issues like caste. And we are the first people, my village was the first village in the country, in the history of India, the casteless society we wanted to create. Because in the villages, I don't know, the Kashmir is different. In other than Kashmir, the villages are the dens of the caste. A caste will live here, B caste will live here, Dalits live separately, people were living separately. Then we wanted to create a new township. We created 50 twin houses, and each twin house, one side a Dalit family, one side a Brahmin family, one side a Dalit family, other side a so-called some upper caste family. We made 100 families. Out of the 50 families, every alternate house is a Dalit family. Then that was the first time in the history of India, in the same village, the so-called upper caste poor people, they started living with the Dalit communities. Then the Chief Minister Karunanidhi adopted that. He declared that as a Samatvapuram. That means equal living opportunity. And he made 225 Samatopurams all over Tamil Nadu, adopting that as a model.
देखिए क्या क्या उन्होंने, सबसे बड़ा इनका जो योगदान था, सबसे बड़ी अचीवमेंट जो इनकी थी, वो था कि कास्टलेस सोसाइटी को बनाना, जो अभी भी हम पूरे हिंदुस्तान के अंदर नहीं बना सक रहे हैं. दलित अलग रह रहा है, ब्राह्मण अलग रह रहा है, क्षत्रिय अलग रह रहा है, आपका मुसलमान उसकी कम्युनिटी अलग है, वो अलग रह रहे हैं क्योंकि आपस में झगड़े होते रहते हैं. बट इन्होंने गाँव में यमो बनाओ पन्नीस गाँव में जिस कम्युनिटी इन्होंने घर बनाए, एक घर के साइड में दलित रहता है, एक साइड में ब्राह्मण रहता है. एक साइड में क्षत्रिय रहता है, एक साइड में दलित रहता है, एक साइड में मुस्लिम रहता है, एक साइड में दलित रहता है। और उस मॉडल को अडॉप्ट किया फिर एम करुणानिधि ने, जो उसके चीफ मिनिस्टर थे, ही adopted that model and created several such villages wherein they constructed houses and created a casteless society. हमको और लंबी बातें करनी है. Now I would request that sir you should come to Kashmir. You should come to Kashmir?
Yeah, sure.
So बानुनी कश्मीर इंशाल्लाह इस करो तक मॉडल तैयार इंशाल्लाह आग ज गाम त्रे गाम जो उसमें वनान 3-4 गांव तिथे कन बनाओ इसका एमओस बम, जैसे उन्होंने अपना गांव वहां क्रिएट किया था, वना जो मॉडल क्रिएट किए थे, हम भी कोशिश करेंगे वहां पे ऐसे ही मॉडल हम क्रिएट करें. थैंक यू सो मच सर, थैंक यू सो मच.
Good.
रुकाओ.